There's a Burger King, there's McDonald's around the corner. Maybe that's in your price range, but they're not gonna lower their prices, so you keep the same thing for you.
Some tears, some stress, but I count my blessings.
Hi everyone, and welcome back or to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I love making videos like this one, but I also do travel vlogs in general, like weekend vlogs, daily vlogs. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, I hope you subscribe, become part of the family, but also feel free to like and comment on today's video. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Here are 4 ways that you can start dating yourself now. Number 1, write out a list in which you want to be treated by your partner. Get very detailed with this list and truly decide on everything that you want from your dream partner. So that can include how you want to be treated emotionally, physically, and spiritually. For example, maybe you want a romantic partner. That is something that you desire. So you want a partner that will open the door for you. You want a partner that will buy you flowers. You want a partner that will plan out dates for you. You want a partner that gives you gifts. You want a partner that can show you the love you desire in your love language. That could be words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, physical touch. What's the other one? And gifts, I believe. Whatever it may look like, get very detailed with this list and write it down. And I'm talking about from the smallest detail to the most biggest detail. This is not going to include the physical traits of your partner, but more so of how you want to be treated, how you want to be loved. Now that you got this list all together, I want you to start giving yourself that. So for example, if you wrote down, I want a partner that buys me flowers weekly, start buying yourself flowers weekly. If you wrote, I want a partner that takes me out, start taking yourself. If you write, I want a partner that can communicate effectively, communicate with yourself. Start making boundaries and sticking to those boundaries. If someone does something that you don't like, you don't have to be rude about it. You don't have to say it in a very mean way, but communicate effectively. Communicate like, hey, I didn't appreciate how you did what you did or said what you said, etc. But everything that's on that list, to your best ability, start giving to yourself that you would want from a partner. What this is going to do is, number 1, it is going to reduce any of the wannabes, because you're going to be able to see off the bat. Someone tries to approach you, someone tries to come into your life, and they're not giving you the love that you desire. You're going to know, because now you know what type of love you want. So you're instantly able to move around. Number 2, this is going to help you create higher standards. Once you start giving yourself everything that you want, you realize it's not impossible, because clearly you're giving it to yourself. So now when someone does something that is not equaling to the love that you want, to the love that you desire, you can just walk away instantly. I know this may sound controversial to some people, because a lot of people want to argue this is what's wrong, people walk away too fast. But I honestly feel like in the beginning, especially getting to know someone, this is the time. This is the time to say, hey, actually, I don't like that, and I can walk away. Now, once you're in a relationship and this person maybe start doing things they didn't do before, you can, obviously assess it out and decide, is this something that I want to stay and work through, or something that I want to leave? Now, I'm not talking about like nothing crazy, but those are different things. But in the beginning, especially getting to know each other, that's the time to say, hey, like, no, I don't have to settle. I don't have to try to make compromises. We are literally just getting to know each other. And so if I see things that I don't like, or that's not making me feel like my true happiest princess self, then I'm gonna walk away. And that starts with giving yourself that love and treatment you want, because now again, you know how it looks, you've been giving it to yourself, and you won't settle. So that is number 1. Make that list and really stick to doing those things for yourself. I know this may sound cliche, because people often want to say to people that are single, well, love yourself, date yourself. And I'm not here to pretend like at moment you don't want love from someone else, because I know that I have. But I do want to stress that if you've never dated yourself, if you've never like given yourself those things, start there. Now, if you have been doing that, then hey, it can seem a little frustrating because like, girl, I've been doing this. You telling me to do that is not helping. But this is more so for the people that don't know where to start and haven't started there. This is really going to be crucial because once you start dating yourself, what tends to happen for most people is you become so in love with yourself that now you're like, okay, when it happens, I'll be ready and I'll be thankful that God has blessed me with this person in my life. But I don't longer feel desperate without it because I feel whole and I am whole within myself. So that's number one. Number two on how to start dating yourself now is by taking yourself on dates. I briefly mentioned this, but I want to go into details. And what this means is committing to a certain time, a certain date that you're going to take yourself on dates. For me, this is like twice a month. I really stick to those weekends and I take myself on a date. This can look like once a month for you. This can look like every single week. But whatever it may be, stick to that. And if you want some ideas of how to start dating yourself when it comes to taking yourself on dates, there's this like trend going around called like alphabet dating. So it's pretty much where you pick dates based on the alphabet. So for example, you start with letter A, and some examples include art museum, the aquarium, the arcade, and X throwing. There's just some places with an A. You can start doing that for yourself, going through the list of the alphabets and picking out places with that letter. It's a creative way to try some new things, and honestly it won't be so hard to figure out, okay, what am I going to do this week, or what am I going to do for my solo date. I personally am doing the alphabet dating myself, and I have this art museum that's pretty close to me, and it's just a really nice way to spend some time with myself, look at the beautiful art. And again, I want to start giving myself that love and that treatment I want from a partner. And when you're in a relationship, you should be going on dates. You know, you should be seeing each other, getting to know each other. So start doing that for yourself just as you would in a relationship. Number three on how to start dating yourself now is by treating yourself. So buy yourself those flowers. Get your nails done. Go for a little pamper night. Travel. There's so many times, especially as women, we can fall into the category of treating everyone else, making sure everyone else is okay, making sure everyone else is cared for, making sure that everyone else have the things in which they want, that we look around and it's like, I haven't even poured into myself or treated myself. Treat yourself. The money will come back. Buy yourself that nice coffee, okay? Get your nails done. Get your hair done. Get your feet done. Go to that museum. Go to that restaurant you've been looking at but decided, you know, maybe you don't want to. No, go to that restaurant because you deserve it. Take time. Again, that can look different for everybody. I'm not saying just spend recklessly, but take time once a month, once every 2 months, and treat yourself to something you want. It can be a new restaurant, it can be a purse, it can be clothing, it can be getting your nails done. But treat yourself because you deserve it. And once you start, again, pouring on yourself, giving yourself those nice gifts, treating yourself as the woman that you know you are meant to be, as the princess that you are, again, you're not going to settle. When a man can't even commit to you or, you know, buy you certain things, you're like, okay, this isn't for me. And I don't care if I seem like a high standard woman. That's another thing too. Don't be afraid to have high standards. Actually take it as a compliment. Someone tells you, oh, your standards are too high. Thank you. Not everyone has access to me, and that's how I want it to be. So take that as a compliment. I know that that's been something thrown around and a lot of people get offended or maybe think, oh, maybe I am asking for too much. No, you're not. You deserve to have high standards. Do you think that these restaurants that are out here, you know, Ruth Chris and these 5-star high restaurants are going to lower their prices because someone comes in and say, oh, yeah, prices are too high? No, they're going to say, well, you know, if you can't afford it, there's a Burger King, there's a McDonald's around the corner. Maybe that's in your price range, but they're not going to lower their prices. So you keep the same thing for you. These are my standards. This is the things that I want. I give it to myself, so I know it's not impossible to be given, and I won't settle. I don't deserve to settle. So again, stand within, and when you start buying yourself things, treating yourself, girl, you're really gonna be like so much more invested within yourself, that again, the wannabes that try to come, you're like, no, no. I'm giving myself everything that I desire. Why would I settle in my relationship? Now, the fourth way that you can start dating yourself and start enjoying this season of your singleness is by giving yourself more grace and compassion. This falls into my other point I mentioned, but we can be our, biggest supporters to our best friends. We can be so gentle, but the minute we make a mistake, the minute we do something, we're like so hard on ourselves, like, I should have done better, I should have known better. And it's like, no, treat yourself as you would your best friend, as you would your mom, as a sister, because you deserve grace and compassion just as you would offer. So when you find yourself maybe going through some things, maybe there was a mistake you've made, or maybe there was something that you did that you said you wouldn't do. I raised my hand. We've been there. But give yourself grace and compassion. Say, okay, you know what? Maybe I wasn't really healed from this that I thought I was. Let me take some time to go inward and to heal it. If you find yourself having certain days where you just need more time inward and away from people, give yourself that. I know that we as women, we are like always go, 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 go. And that's just so unrealistic, because we bleed once out of the month, and that week before we bleed is like so crazy. Our bodies are screaming for rest, they're screaming for slowness, they're screaming for just more time within ourselves. And so be gentle with yourself. Maybe you have to only commit to a certain amount of intense workouts in the month, and not every single day. Maybe you have to like regulate, okay, what certain plans do I want to make with other people, and when do I want to make them, because I know that week before my cycle I can be a little bit more emotional, more introverted, etc. But whatever it may be, give yourself grace and compassion, because you are a human being. We're all just figuring out this thing called life. None of us have it all figured out. And so yeah, I just wanted to come do a little short video, catch up with you all, and really share some things that you can start doing now if you haven't, to just date yourself and to embrace your singleness. Again, I'm not sitting here saying that sometimes singleness can be hard, but I'm saying when you focus less on where you think you should be, or how you think your relationship should be, or focusing on what did or didn't do, when you just start living for you, when you start loving yourself, when you start realizing that when the person comes, they'll come, when it's time, they'll come, when you start to do those things in which you would be doing in a relationship within yourself, you begin to embrace life differently. You begin to have more fun. You begin to be at a sense of peace, because you are loving you, and that is the greatest love. You are the love of your life, and remember that. And so hopefully this video makes sense. Let me know what you all resonated with in the comments, and again, feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. What are you doing? It's free, girly. So go ahead on, hit that subscribe button, and like this video down below if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. But wait, as always, if no one has told you, I'm here to tell you that you are doing enough, and I am proud of you as always. Okay, bye bye.